Hi everyone, I hope y'all can get used to me in no time, so why don't we get right to the point. Alright, so as you saw in the title, you are probably wondering why the heck am I thinking that Phantom Smiler will never appear again. Well, Phantom Smiler is one of the entities that can appear outside of just one level, and since he is literally called Phantom Smiler, he is surely different from other entities. So as you know, Elsewhere's lore is majorly same as apeirophobia. So in apeirophobia, our character falls into a coma after a car crash, so we end up being in level 0, and Phantom Smiler is the entity what majority of the first time players encounter with for the first time. Since he appears often in level 0, it kinda depends on your luck, but Phantom Smiler is usually the first one. Well, you might think Phantom Smiler is just there as a regular entity, but we see him in other levels as well. So why is that the case? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Since our character probably didn't know what was going on while being in a strange place like this, their mind created many nightmarish hallucinations, which, Phantom Smiler being one of them. Unlike other entities, he is more of a different one since he can jump scare you anytime without properly making his appearance countless times. So this part of the theory is that Phantom Smiler existed due to the character panicking at the start of their coma, since they have gone through a bad accident and now they're at this strange place that they have no idea of, and Phantom Smiler is just making things worse with other entities. Anyway, Phantom Smiler still appears in level 1, basically confirming that the player is still not sure what is going on in these new places inside of their mind. After we escape from level 1, we get our first level without any entities, which is level 2, the windows. Level 2 might seem like a filler level, but for me it's the level that makes the player realize what they are going through. If we take a look at level 2's window, we can clearly sense that something is wrong, so player can now take a breath and can kind of understand that this might be not real since this is too awkward. We don't really get any clues if the player knows they are in a coma in the game, but for my theory it'll assume they are at least aware that things are clearly not normal and can't be compared to real life events properly. After level 1, the rest of the levels continues without Phantom Smiler until level 10. Well, to be fair, I have no idea why he appeared so randomly, but I still have an alright theory for this. Well, level 10 is the first level to take place at outside, since we never really went outside in apeirophobia till level 10, so maybe the player thought going outside would solve things, but it was quite the opposite and it's much worse than before. There's the Titan Smiler from level 6, and now it knows your location all the time, with him slowly sneaking up on you, and this is shown to the player clearly by his loud footsteps slowly coming closer to them with nowhere to hide from it, so players' anxiety might have gone up, and in the result of this, Phantom Smiler appeared again. Oh yeah, Phantom Smiler clearly represents our character's mental health since he is, Phantom. However, after we escape from level 10 we never see him again, but why is that? So since apeirophobia and Elsewhere takes place in our mind, the Watcher is basically the start of what I'd like to call the recovery era of our coma. I don't want to get into this part much since this will have a separate theory video for this, but in chapter 2 the levels are a lot more normal, like instead of being strange and dominantly based off Backrooms Wiki and Kane Pixels series like in chapter 1. Basically the player is either slowly recovering their memories or their mind can now create normal things, since the hallucination era is mostly over but not fully yet. So the Watcher is basically a character that gives up the new hope to finally free from this coma. Of course we had nodes to help before, but it's not fair to compare some nodes and drawings with a full entity that is here to help us, or so that's what we think. The Watcher existing now technically means our nightmarish hallucinations are mostly over. There are still threats, but most of them are significantly easier to deal with and are actual threats, unlike Phantom Smiler, which was just a reflection of our mental health. So that's why I don't think he will return anytime soon, since the Watcher replaced our nightmarish hallucinations, aka the Phantom Smiler, with an entity that's purely here to help us, which is being the Watcher, or so yet again that's what Watcher wants us to think. We all remember how he summoned the Titan Smiler in level 23. I don't think he was behind all of the threats what we have gone through, but he surely knows something that he doesn't want us to know for now. I personally think the Watcher won't betray us for now, because seems like he kinda wants something, or he needs us with something, since he technically wants us to sacrifice something. It could be an item, a thought, or our mental health, we don't know yet. What do you think about this theory? Or maybe you want to improve or fix some mistakes with this theory. You can comment down to express your thoughts. Also, I will be releasing another theory video that will be mostly based around the levels that we have gone through. Mostly chapter 1, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and for your support in the recent days. It makes me so happy to see. Until next time.